Hi, it's Dr. Marco. Welcome to the health tip this week. So we're just continuing on our series of the top 10 healing vegetables. Let's get to it. All right, let's get on to number 4. This was sort of like the fun powerhouse in the old, a number of years ago. It was all the rage, and there was good reason. It really should still be all the rage, because what does kale have? So kale, inside it, has a number of different things, a lot of different vitamins. It's a real big powerhouse with a lot of good stuff. So it's got vitamin A, C, E, and K, a lot of B-complex vitamins, which are important for a lot of different things in the body, neurological, we'll get into that. It's got some iron, magnesium, copper, potassium, so a lot of different minerals and things. It's got a bunch of important phytochemicals too. There's one called the glucosinolates, and I'll get into that in a little bit, carotenoids and flavonoids. It's got some organic sulfur, it's got some isothiocyanates as well, it's got omega-3 oils as well even, and it's also got chlorophyll and even some amino acids. So all of that stuff, what kind of stuff can that help in your body? Well, all of these things can have definite anti-cancer preventive properties. It's very protective against breast, colon, prostate, and ovarian and bladder cancers. It's also very important against things like diabetes, prostatitis, osteoporosis, neurological disorders, because all these minerals are very important for bone health, etc., that kind of thing. Very antibacterial, antiviral, and anti-inflammatory as well. So because of all that, it helps to boost your immune system, so you can fight things like chronic inflammation, and it also decreases oxidative stress as well in your body. So because it's decreasing chronic inflammation, it's going to help all the issues that are related to chronic inflammation, such as fibromyalgia, rheumatoid conditions, chronic sinusitis, chronic fatigue syndrome, rheumatoid conditions, etc., irritable bowel, chronic obstructive pulmonary conditions as well. And this isothiocyanate, this is actually important for combating the H. pylori, which is the bacteria kind of present in your stomach, which if it has an overgrowth, then it can cause problems with ulcers and those kind of things. And it's also a brassica family, so it's a whole sort of category of foods that kind of help stimulate certain organs, especially the liver and some other organs, and it kind of helps to mildly shake them out of like a stagnancy. You don't want your body kind of like stuck like a river that's kind of not flowing anymore, stagnancy, a lot of bad stuff starts to grow, so it stimulates activity of your organs, and especially your liver, which is one of the most important ones in your whole body. Let's go on to the next one. Alright, let's go on to number 3. We're talking about those little finger-like things, asparagus. What does asparagus have inside it? It's got a really high quantity of some essential minerals which are really important for the body, like selenium. Zinc is probably one of the most important ones ever, and manganese. It's also got some vitamin A, K, B-complex vitamins, and some folate as well. It's got aspartic acid. There's a special amino acid that does some things. It's got asparagine. It's high in glutathione. It's really important for anti-inflammatory. It's one of the biggest immune boosters in the body, antioxidant, sorry. It's got chlorophyll from the green color, and it's got inulin, which is a fiber. So what does all that stuff do in the body? Well, these kind of things can help. All these essential minerals are very important for stimulating and helping the immune system work good. So that's going to help you protect your body with a good working immune system that can help challenge things like cardiovascular disease, the cardiovascular system, and it also helps women maybe if they're trying to conceive a baby, that kind of stuff. All of these things, the folate and all these other things here are good for putting up that environment. So some of those things in here are actually helpful for decreasing ammonia in your body. So when you have less ammonia, that's a big cause of causing things like a lot of exhaustion in general, like headaches and things like that. So and poor digestion, so it helps to knock that down. So the aspartic acid and the fiber content, so that's like a protein and a fiber, those two things together, that helps to regulate blood sugar levels, so your blood sugar isn't spiking too much all the time. And because of that, sometimes that helps the people feel satisfied, and there's less tendency to binge and overeat and things like that. Fiber content, once again, helps to prevent constipation, stabilizes your digestive system, once again, helps you from overeating. It's a natural diuretic, and it actually helps to break up oxalic acid stones and uric acid crystals that might be in your muscles and in your kidneys, and helps your body eliminate those through the urine. It decreases water retention too, so we got like puffiness and retention, fluid retention, so it can decrease bloating and swelling and that kind of thing. It's a very high antioxidant, so any high antioxidant is going to help your body with autoimmune conditions like fibromyalgia, chronic fatigue, all those things we've mentioned before. liver problems, heart disease, cancers, and those kind of things, diabetes. It also strengthens your liver, your kidneys, your skin, the ligaments and bones in the bodies. This is a really good one for bone and ligament health as well. And because of the some of these minerals and other things in there, it helps to build the blood as well. And it's the inulin is a fiber that's really good for feeding the good bacteria in your body. And so one of these things, you have to get the concept, when you eat your food, your body really doesn't break it down. The bacteria in your intestine break it down to provide the nutrition from it. So it's really important that you're feeding the bacteria, and inulin in asparagus is one of the best fibers that help feed the good bacteria so that they break down your foods and you get good nutrition out of your foods. And so all of that good bacteria helps your nutrient absorption, which eventually helps your immune system and your whole body be healthier. And that's asparagus. Get that in your body. Steam it, eat it raw, add it to salads, put it in soups, whatever you need to do. Alright, number 2, we're getting into the potent little red guys, the radishes. So what kind of stuff does a radish have in it? So it's pretty high in vitamin C, folic acid, some proteins, calcium, and minerals. It's got anthocyanins and it's got a lot of enzymes in it. So what kind of stuff can that help in the body? It's antibacterial and antifungal. It has a diuretic effect on the body. It helps with, because of these antibacterial and antifungal properties, it can help with like sinus congestion, sore throats, colds, asthma, hoarseness in the throat. It kind of just helps to take that kind of stuff, take it down. It helps dissolve mucus and acids. That's why it's good for the sinuses and the throat. It can help to expel gallbladder stones as well. It cleanses the kidneys. It's very important for that. It's helpful and beneficial against urinary tract infections, bladder infections, those kind of things. And it's also a lot of these, the important benefits here can push against things like, different types of cancers like stomach, kidney, mouth, colon cancers, etc. If you're eating like pasta and potatoes and those kind of things, you eat this along with those because the enzymes in here help to break that stuff down. So it helps the release of digestive juices as well. And the green fluffy, the leafy part on top of the actual radish, that actually has a lot more protein and calcium and vitamin C than the actual radish itself. So don't just discard the top part of it. Get that the stem or whatever you want to call it, the leaves on the top of it. Use that in your salads and put that in your foods as well. Juicing the radishes, having that in a juice, obviously is pretty strong. You have to when you're putting it with something else. But it has a lot of good sort of cleansing effects around the whole body, actually. So here we are, number 1 top healing vegetable, sunflower greens. So a lot of sprouts and greens, those little microgreens, they're super packed with a lot of nutrition. So for example, the sunflower greens, they're actually a complete protein. So if you're worried about, if I'm only eating vegetables and, fruits and nuts and things, where am I going to get my protein? Well, you can get all the essential amino acids right here in this one thing. It also has a lot of chlorophyll from the green, obviously. It also has an interesting thing called lecithin, which I'll talk about in a second. Very high in vitamins A, E, D, B complex as well. A lot of minerals as well, calcium, iron, copper, magnesium, zinc as well. Zinc is really an important one, like I mentioned before. So because it has these complete essential amino acids, that'll help build your muscles, help build your bones, help build your nervous system. The chlorophyll is always very good for your blood. It helps repair different cells and tissues in the body, activates your immune system, helps remove toxins as well. A lot of this stuff here, lecithin, is actually very helpful for improving memory and brain function. Any of the kind of greens or bitter greens and things, they're all helpful for your liver, helpful for your kidneys. It aids in the vitamin absorption. It can help bind fats and cholesterol to water so that it can get excreted out of your body. It's good for blood pressure, and it's good for like the elasticity in your blood vessels, so that's good for the cardiovascular system in general. Decreases inflammation, so it's good for all the autoimmune problems as well. Increases your immune system, stabilizes your nerve system as well, and it's also a pretty good expectorant, so if you got a lot of stuff to kind of blow out of your nose and out of your lungs, take in a lot of sunflower greens, and that can help your body get those things in a better path. So that's the end of our list of our top 10 healing vegetables. Look for our next top 10 list coming up soon. Take care, and we'll see you next time. Bye.